Hello, people. I hope you see us live, and today I'm very excited to bring in yet another episode of Wow Wednesday Parenting Masterclass with the parenting guru I have with me, Naren Goidani. Welcome, Naren. And as we all know, Naren is the brain behind Wow Parenting, and I suppose all our Mumo mothers and Yurimo mothers have started knowing Wow Parenting by now, and a lot of us are fans of Wow Parenting. People who don't know about Wow Parenting, go and search on the Play Store. You will get this app and you can download it and know more about it. And trust me, you are gonna love it. And do put in your comments how your experience was about Wow Parenting. And to know more a little bit on Wow Parenting, may I invite Naren once again. Naren, tell us what is Wow Parenting?
Number of nuclear families are increasing.
Mm-hmm.
The way we were parented, we cannot parent our children anymore.
True.
So what we have done is we have created an online platform by which we can coach the parents on how to parent their children the best possible way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, the best players in the world need a coach.
Mm-hmm.
The best businessmen have a board to guide them. Similarly, Wow Parenting is a platform through which we can guide parents on how to bring up their children brilliantly well. That's what Wow Parenting is.
Lovely. So everybody needs a coach, a guide, and here Wow Parenting is here to guide us in the right parenting aspect. And how good or how true it is, let me take you through this entire live with a person I really admire on a personal level because he's an amazing dad and a person who has transformed the lives of lakhs of children and thousands of parents already. Naren, 17 years of experience.
Yeah.
Wow. So how has been this journey for you? Because you meet so many parents, like I meet so many moms, and I know how enriching it is. How was your experience doing this?
Every day I'm amazed with the way kids are becoming smarter.
Uh-huh.
Every day I'm amazed with the kind of efforts parents are putting to bring up their children.
Yeah.
You know, when you and me were children, I don't think parents ever needed to parent us.
Yeah. I don't think there was a term also like that.
Exactly.
Our parents never knew about parenting as a term. Yeah.
And today if you look, parents have to be very socially active.
Yeah.
Parents would love to work on their potentials and create a solid identity.
I agree.
Competition is huge.
Yeah.
And in the middle of all this, parents find time and resources to focus on their children to bring them up well. So it's an amazing experience to watch parenting, and I salute the parents of today with the way of effort they are putting to bring up their children. Congratulations and real salute to you.
In fact, my first question is around that only, Naren. It's Ganpati time, it's festive time, and it's also exams time.
Yeah.
You know? So a lot of my mothers have asked me this question, and I put in for your guidance to us. Mothers, like I suppose I have the first question by Nikita Shah. She's saying she's also a tuition teacher herself. So she's saying that I have so much stress on me right now. Pressure of teaching my own kid because he's also having exams. My kids who are coming in the class are having exam. It's festival season. Being a parent, we have to cope up with so many stressful things. So how do we do effective parenting in this age, as well as how can we have our child perform better in exams? So marks.
Okay. So, can I take a few minutes to answer this question?
Yeah.
Okay. Last time, we discussed about a beautiful concept called preview, study and review.
Yeah.
Which was a study technique.
Yes.
Today, let me take this opportunity to discuss with you what is that one approach by which children and adults can manage their time brilliantly well and balance everything that they are doing.
Okay.
So, would you like to know a little about that?
Please. Shoot.
There is a concept we had which is called FTF, FTR.
Okay.
FTF and FTR.
FTF and FTR. Okay.
FTF stands for first things first.
Okay.
FTR stands for first time right.
First time right. Okay.
First things first, first time right.
Okay.
You know, let me give you a very simple example. I have my food and then I am supposed to put my plate in the sink.
Okay.
Now I can put it in a way which is first time right.
Okay.
Or I can put it in a way in which the maid has to do a little more job about adjusting it properly.
Yeah.
Now to put it first time right, how much extra effort will be required?
Hardly any time.
2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, that's all.
That's all.
So that is called doing things first time right. It never takes more time. It just takes the decision कि पहली बार किया है ना, उसी में मुझे सही करना है.
Okay.
Now, when that is the approach that I have, let's say to studies.
Okay.
So it's not about आज पढ़ाई कर लिया, बाद में जब रिवाइज करूंगा ना, तब मैं देख लूंगा.
Yeah. Okay.
It's about आज पढ़ाई करना है ना, ऐसे पढ़ना है कि वापस रिवाइज करने की जरूरत ही नहीं.
Okay. So first thing नरेंद्र हमें ये believe करना पड़ेगा या agree होना पड़ेगा कि we'll do first time right.
Absolutely.
Because somewhere we take it very casually.
Absolutely. So this is an extraordinary approach. Now the beauty is it's a very simple approach. It does not take too much time, too much attention, too much intelligence.
Correct.
It just takes that mindset. पहली बार किया है एक नंबर का काम करने का.
Okay.
You know, I have to keep something is in the drawer. Let's say my clothes. I can throw the clothes inside the drawer saying बाद में जब टाइम होगा ना अच्छे से सबमिट करेंगे. Or I can say let me get it first time right. आधा मिनट ज्यादा लगेगा, एक संग कर लिया, अगली बार हेडेक नहीं.
Wow. I'm sure mothers would love this organizing tips also.
Yeah, it's so simple and it works brilliantly well. So this is first time right. First thing first means, let's say, did Ganpati festival happen suddenly? I mean, we didn't know about it and happened achanak.
We knew about it.
We knew about
We
it.
had a lot of time to plan.
Right. So 1 month before, 2 weeks before, when I know that a Ganpati festival is going to come, I also know what my schedule at that time is going to be. There, we can follow what Michelle Obama, Barack Obama's wife, used to do.
Yeah. What is that?
Barack Obama's wife went to her daughter Shasha
Okay.
and told Shasha, look my darling, I am becoming a mother for the first time in my life.
Okay.
So I have no experience on how to parent a child. You are being a child for the first time in your life.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't know how to talk to my mother and get things sorted. So I need your help to parent you
Okay.
and you need my help to grow up well.
Okay.
How would it be if both of us cooperate with each other?
Wow. Fantastic.
So she spoke like that. And then she would say, your father is going to go on a campaign after about 4 weeks. But I have this 1 week where I'm completely available to you. I'm not going to do anything else but focus on you. Now tell me what can we do and how much we can cover so that the next 2 weeks is also a little light for you. Now when you look at the children with a sense of, I trust you. And they know that you are a no-nonsense person and they can't make a stupid idiot out of you. Between these two, things work out, plans are made and plans are executed beautifully well. It's Ganpati time, let them also enjoy. Why should they suffer with studies?
True.
So the take is, first things first,
And
first time right. You will be able to enjoy studies. You will be able to enjoy your Ganpati festival. You will be able to enjoy going out with friends. Come on darlings, have everything in life. Enjoy life completely. That's the way to live and that's the way to parent.
Okay, lovely. First time right and first things first. FTF and FTR. And this is not it. In fact, last time Naren, you taught me about Mad, Glad, Sad. I suppose a lot of mothers have already implemented it also because we have seen that kind of comments where you can spend quality time with kids. That was a trick for that. You also told us about golden touch to teach empathy and kindness to our kids. You told us about the effective study technique, which was preview, study, review. And that was quite amazing. So mothers, if you want to know what these techniques are, go and search for my first live with Naren. It's there on Unimo page, also on Umo page, on WowParenting, all the 3 pages and the group. Apart from these techniques, Naren, my mothers have a lot of questions. In fact, mothers who are seeing us right now and have questions around parenting or kids performing well or your bonding with the kids on kids' behavioral issue, please shoot the questions out down there. We'll try to cover up some of them in the live and few others who are left will be answered one-on-one by Naren's team. So with that promise, let's start with the first question of the FB Live. Naren, how to improve a child's social skill? A lot of mothers here are facing issues. Either the child is very shy or introvert or is not as much social as the parents want him or her to be. So how to improve that social skills?
We get this question quite often from our parents. They would like their children to be active active, social. They would like their children to take up leadership positions. They would like them to initiate discussions.
Yeah.
They would like to have a friend circle. So is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me give you some very handy, very practical, very doable tips on how you can achieve that. Parents, be ready. Now I'm going to play a game with Neha, and let's see who wins that game. And all you have to do is do that with your child. And I'm sure that you would have played this game your entire childhood.
Okay.
Do you remember, Neha, there was a game called Look Into Each Other's Eyes and Who Will Blink is the Loser kind of thing?
True.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. Oh, you win. I blinked. I'm so sorry. Now the thing is, play this game with your child.
Okay.
You know what will happen? You will find shy people or people who are scared
To look into your eyes.
to interact with people. Because their fear is about being judged.
Okay.
Their fear is about being rejected.
Yeah.
Their fear is about people looking at them and laughing at them. As a result of which, they don't want to face
They
this,
get into the cocoon.
and they want to escape.
Okay. Okay.
So there are two kinds of people. One who is shy and the other who is scared.
Okay.
Now being shy is a choice. Being shy means I am very comfortable being myself. I am very happy to be with myself. I can get lost in the world of books. I can get lost in me writing a blog post. I can get lost in playing with puzzles. I can do a lot of things and I'm very comfortable with myself.
Okay.
Now, if I am shy, it does not stop my progress in life.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Azim Premji of Wipro is a very shy person. Kumar Mangalam Birla of the Birla Group is a very shy person. In fact, you will not find a family picture of Azim Premji anywhere. He is such a shy person.
Okay. Okay. But he's Azim Premji.
He is Azim Premji. At one point of time, he was the second richest man on this planet after Bill Gates. So being shy does not mean you are not going to be successful. But being scared, now that is a matter of concern.
Okay. Yeah.
So one aspect is, how do I make my child reduce his fear about people?
So first we have to understand, Naren, whether my kid is introvert because of the shyness or because of her fear.
Absolutely.
Right?
That is step number one. Because if he is shy, very comfortable, there are certain advantages of being shy. Number of friends will be less, which means number of distractions will be less.
Okay. Okay. Wow. Yeah.
Therefore, one big complaint which parents have, मेरा बच्चा कभी भी दोस्तों के संग चला जाता है, हमारी बात सुनता नहीं है, हमारे लिए टाइम ही नहीं है. You won't have those complaints.
True.
So being shy has its advantage.
I suppose it's also a personality trait.
Absolutely.
It's okay, and I don't think so. Personalities can change that fast.
Absolutely.
Or they are there for good.
Absolutely. And you give them the right people to talk to, they can
They
talk
open
for
up.
hours.
Correct.
Which means what, they can't do loose talk.
Yeah.
They can't talk about the weather when they go to a party. But if their interest is, let's say, artificial intelligence, and there is somebody who's a master in artificial intelligence, these shy people can talk for hours to them.
Correct.
The second advantage of shy people is they are very focused in life. So I don't mind my child being shy. But if he's scared,
Then
I need to do some things.
Okay. So if we have discovered that the kid is not just shy but also scared.
So then there are a few tricks.
Okay.
So trick number one,
The
that
blink eye game.
just let them play this game often. At home, with friends, you're traveling somewhere, so let's play this game. When they become comfortable looking at somebody in their eye, their fear of people starts going down.
Oh wow, that's an amazing tip.
So if I'm scared, I won't even look at you. I can't look at you. I can't look at you. I can't look at you.
Correct.
Then I talk to you and I'll be looking there and I'll be speaking with you.
Correct.
But if I'm comfortable looking at you, then I'm not scared of you.
In fact, I've seen a lot of men, like because I'm a trainer myself, I've seen a lot of men who don't look in women's eyes and
Absolutely.
so maybe your boy is having that kind of fear.
Absolutely. They're probably scared of offending a lady.
Yeah.
They're scared of being judged themselves.
Yeah,
But
possibly.
if they can look at them and speak, just a simple technique. Play this game eye to eye staring often, as many places as possible.
That's
This is
trick
one
number
trick.
one.
You want more?
Yeah, I want one more.
Okay. Second is, give them exposure to as many places as possible. For example, take them one day to a reading club
Okay.
where there is somebody who's reading a paragraph and doing it with a lot of voice modulation.
Okay.
And just let them be there next to you as you interact with a few people and attempt to just include them in the conversation.
Okay.
So, for example, in the reading club, you heard a word and you don't understand the meaning of that word. All you need to do is look at your child. So, let's say if my child Mehak is with me, I'll ask Mehak, but this word, let's say paraphernalia was a word that was used. Just paraphernalia is a new word. Did you know its meaning? If she knows the meaning, fantastic. She'll tell it to me and she'll just experience a moment of smartness when there are 4 or 5 people around.
True.
And if she says, no, Papa, I also don't know, I'll say, Beta, can you just check in your Google or in your phone and let us know? And as she checks and then she tells everybody, I've just included her in a small conversation. And therefore her fear goes down. So I'm not going to tell Mehak, hey, baat kar. Hey, Mehak, chup-chap kyun khadi hai?
Without really saying that you are doing it, you have to just do it in a very subtle way.
Absolutely.
Okay, lovely.
Absolutely.
So you have to not tell them, beta dance karke dikhao.
Bilkul nahi. Bilkul nahi.
Okay.
Haan, bilkul. They are not entertainment pieces. And I appeal to all parents out there, please don't make your children one entertainment demo.
Oh, I suppose during Ganpati, that's like the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to bring their kids
Absolutely.
or whoever you are visiting, so they'll say, beta ye bol ke dikhao, ye karke dikhao.
And over here, let me tell you something, which is not exactly on the topic, but something which I'm very proud of.
Okay.
When I tell my daughter Mehak ever, beta, she gets very upset with me.
Okay.
She says, I'm a girl, why are you calling me beta?
Okay.
You call me beti? Does it mean beta can do things better? That's why you're calling me beta?
Oh my God.
When she was 2.5 years old, this is the conversation that we had. And after that day, I have never called her beta. I will always tell beti or Mehak. Practice this with your child. If you have a girl child, stop calling her beta and think that you're respecting her or potential. You are still telling gender is more important when you call your girl child as beta.
Yeah. In fact, I have done this kind of discussions with my parents. My mother must be watching the live right now. She knows it quite well. That they'll always say that, ये तो हमारा बेटा है. And I say, नहीं मैं आपका बेटा नहीं हूँ, मैं आपकी बेटी हूँ. But what I'm doing is making you proud.
Yeah, exactly.
So we are 3 sisters and I have a younger brother. But they always feel I am the beta of the house. But I'm happy being just the beti of the house.
Absolutely.
So what Naren is saying is definitely a great tip. Mummy, are you listening? Okay. So lovely. Naren, my second question is around parents having a lot of personal issues in their day-to-day life.
Yeah.
In fact, I was discussing with a friend yesterday about how the tolerance level in the society has gone down.
Yeah.
And new couples or couples who have even kids are not very accommodating towards each other, and on every instance they want a divorce.
Yeah.
And today, when we have so many personal issues in our life, like finance, relationships, health, even work, because there's quite stressful things at work also.
Yeah.
How do they still parent well? Because at times it's very difficult to control your mood, tempers, tantrums, work issues, and then even parent well.
Okay.
So, any tips and techniques there?
You want a very solid, deep answer, or you want a surface level answer?
I want a solid, deep answer.
Okay.
Because that's like a very, very deep issue, Naren.
Yeah.
I'm sure all the mothers who are watching us right now, all the parents who are watching us, are facing some or the other issue in their personal life or professional lives. And along with that, they have a conscious understanding that they have to be good parents.
Yeah.
But at times it's not possible, Naren.
Yeah. I will give you a very, very brilliant answer. And I'm saying it's brilliant because it's worked with hundreds and thousands of people.
Okay.
And I'm also going to add along with this a study technique for you. So that your children can perform beautifully well in times to come.
Okay. Wow.
I was invited last week to Hyderabad to address 1,000 plus Jawans.
Okay.
And
Army Jawans.
Army Jawans. And we were told by the HQ of Southern Command that army people are going through a lot of stress now.
Okay.
So earlier, a person who's a part of the army Now, they wouldn't know what's happening at their home for 6 months. So what is the issue at home? They don't even come to know.
Okay.
So they are focused on their job, their work, their performance.
Correct.
Today, if the Sasu and Bahu had an issue at home, in the afternoon break, the soldier comes to know,
True.
thanks to WhatsApp,
Yeah.
that this is the issue.
Yeah.
If the child is not keeping his things properly in his home, a snap will be sent. देखो तुम्हारा बेटा कैसे चीत रखता है. If something has happened to their land and the father is not able to handle it, the father will say बहुत तकलीफ है बेटा. The soldier says, I can handle the enemy because the enemy I have to finish, I have to conquer, I have to destroy them. But these issues I can't destroy them.
True.
And I am here and I won't get leave when I want. Can you imagine an army sick leave? Doesn't happen, right?
Doesn't happen.
So there, I discussed certain points with them, out of which I think one point is very, very relevant to mothers, because I believe mothers are not less than soldiers. The way a soldier protects the country, the mother actually protects the whole family.
Correct.
So here is my one very simple but doable input to you, insight to you.
Okay.
All mothers, find a few ways by which you can feel very good about yourself,
Okay.
irrespective of the situation. See, I understand there will always be some things which are going wrong. Like the army jawan gets married and for 3, 4, 5 years he doesn't get a quarter, which means he can't invite his family.
Correct.
And if he gets it for 3 months,
Okay.
he can't live with his family and he's expected to give his life at the border.
Correct.
Now he cannot solve this. Either leaves the army or the order has to come from ministry. So he can't solve it.
Correct. He can't. Yeah.
Similarly, there will be certain things in life, fortunately or unfortunately, you will not be able to solve them and they are complicated issues.
And they're there to stay.
And they are there to stay. So, understand, you must find certain ways by which you can feel very good about yourself. What could it be? Have you heard of something called lipstick effect?
No.
World War II, they found that the sale of lipstick has gone up by 300%.
Okay.
And the sale of homes has gone down by 50%. They wanted to find out why lipstick is being sold so much suddenly.
Okay.
And it was a brilliant insight. We don't have money. And I want to feel good about myself.
How do I do that?
I would have felt good by buying a house.
Yeah.
I would have felt very good by buying a car.
Yeah.
I can't buy a house, I can't buy a car. Therefore, what I can buy is a lipstick. So ladies would buy a lipstick, put a lipstick and feel very good about themselves.
Yeah.
So the point is, you deserve a house, you deserve a car, but you have money only to buy lipstick. Find ways by which you can feel very good about being yourself.
Wow. Wow.
So lipstick is a metaphor.
Correct.
It can be, do you like to dance? 5 minutes, 10 minutes in a day, can you lock the room, put on some music, full volume and just dance?
In fact, in the community, we always say take a break. Ek break to banta hai.
Absolutely.
And take a break is me time.
Absolutely.
Where you're doing things for your own self.
Absolutely.
At that, we always say that once a month, if you come out, like in our meetups, Naren, we don't allow mothers to bring their kids and husbands along with them.
Oh, brilliant.
Okay, so they come there alone. So of course, at times they curse me that Neha doesn't allow. But when they come in there, they experience a different, a different enriching experience wherein they are refreshed, they are more rejuvenated. So when they go back more happier. And when a mother goes back happier, the home becomes happier.
Absolutely.
So as you rightly said, then do things which perks you up, which makes you happier.
Where you are not dependent on the world. You don't need your mother-in-law support, you don't need your husband's support, you don't need your child's support.
Wow.
You are fine. Please make a list of 5 things which makes you feel very good about yourself. So a request is, I have rarely seen a mother cook something which she loves to eat.
Yeah.
She will eat what is left.
She'll cook what is wanted.
Loved by others, right?
Right.
My appeal to all ladies, all women over there, please cook what you love to eat. Even if it takes 15 minutes, even if nobody wants to eat, they care a damn.
In fact, this I have started using this technique at my place. Earlier, I used to ask my kids kya banao, and of course I have a cook, so I just ask them kya banao and then tell the cook.
Right.
So they say kuch acha.
Exactly.
Okay, what is kuch acha? He also doesn't know. They don't know. I don't know either. What is kuch acha? So we have sat down on a weekly menu now, Naren, wherein I tell them that I like this. So on Mondays we got to make it. So that ways I make them eat what they should eat, and I tell them that I like it. So they respect that fact that mummy should also eat what she likes. So one day is mine.
Beautiful.
And the second day, then they'll have their own wish. So I suppose what you're saying makes sense to me. Two ways. One is you can have them eat healthier. Second, at times we all want to eat what we want to eat. So that way is maybe. Okay.
Do you want that study technique I was speaking about?
Tell me. Yeah. In fact, all our mothers want that study technique.
Oh,
quite
brilliant. Can you remember this phrase which goes like this? Mamu mein dam hai.
Mamu mein dam hai.
Mamu mein dam hai. Can you remember that?
No.
Mamu mein dam hai. Itna yaad
rahega? Okay.
Yaad rahega?
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
Mamu mein dam hai. Now what does it mean? Mind, moods and methods. Ma, mu, me. Mind, mood and method. When you have the mind, mood and method right, dam rahega hi rahega.
Mind, mood and method, right?
So mind, ma, mu, moods, me, methods.
Okay. Okay.
Mind, mood, method, me dam hai.
Okay.
Anything you want to do in life. Let's say studies for children. Take care of their mind. Which means, are they focused? What can you do to keep the distractions away?
Okay.
Can you just sit next to them so that even if they're tempted to get distracted, they won't? You're getting their mind right. You're giving them that support which is required. Right? Get the mind right. Get the mood right. So when children have to study, let there be enough lights. When children have to study, sugar थोड़ा कम देने का. पढ़ाई के बाद में बनी sugar. Too much sugar, there is rush. After half an hour, there will be a drop and they'll feel drained.
Oh, okay.
So no chocolates before studying. You can give them a chocolate after studying. This will take care of their mood. You can never scream at your children and say, "जाओ बैठ के पढ़ाई करो, अक्ल नहीं है, समझता नहीं है." Now their mood is wrong, which means they have irritation and frustration. Now if they sit with their books, what are the chances of them studying?
Nil.
Will they remember? So it's our job to get their mood right. You make them sit on the lap. I'm a bad example, but थोड़ा सिर में हाथ फेरो, थोड़ा गाल से कुछ खाओ, and then say, बेटा आधा घंटा पढ़ ले, फिर मैं get their mood right.
Okay.
And then the method. So method is preview, study, review. Method is what we learned today, FTF, FTR. Take care of mind, moods and methods for your own life and for your children's life, and you'll see performance everywhere.
Okay, so mamu mein dam hai.
Mamu mein dam.
So I'm sure mumo mein bhi dam hai aur mamu mein bhi dam hai. So you can definitely remember mumo better. And Naren's technique is wonderful. Naren, I've already started getting a lot of questions. I'll pick up one of them before I go to my question. Naina is asking you a question. She's a strict mother. How can she remove the fear cut of the elder one's mind? Now after her second child, okay, she has a second child, she has become more patient. So she was a strict mother with the elder one, and the elder one, I suppose, has a fear because she was a strict mother. And now after her second child, she has become more patient. Now she wants to remove that fear from the elder child. So Naina, have I got you right? If not, then you can post it again.
Okay. Now fear never goes in a single shot. Fear always goes a little at a time. Fear is like a habit. Fear is not a choice. Fear is not a decision. Fear is a habit.
Okay.
Now habit, H-A-B-I-T. First H goes, a bit remains. Then A goes, bit remains.
Okay.
B goes, it remains. And the intensity only goes with time. That is what IT is all about.
Okay.
Work on it, understand it will take a little time. Give the child comfort the way you handle his mistakes will give him the courage to be himself and will reduce the fear from his life. The way you handle his mistakes, now that is important, will help you to remove his fear.
Okay.
So it's not going to get removed by talking, by communication, by reassurance.
Or by changing your behavior drastically.
Changing behavior, yes.
Because she was a very strict mom, Naren.
Yeah.
And now if she becomes very lenient or
Yeah.
very friendly, will the kid buy into that behavior?
It will be tentative. But if it finds that over a period of time the behavior is relaxed, they will. But the deep conviction will only happen with the way I handle his mistakes.
Okay.
Because then I'm wrong. And earlier, let's say you would shout at me. But this time when I'm wrong, you look at me and say, Acha Naren, what did you learn out of this? Next time, same thing should not happen. So what will we do next time? It is different. Then I realize, oh my God, she actually is not becoming angry now. Which means I need not be afraid anymore. That experience is going to remove my fear quite a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it might take little time, but then it will happen.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Lovely. So Naren, when I was talking to you about the discipline thing, I have one more thing in mind. A lot of parents don't really have a very consistent behavior towards parenting. Because they meet people like you and me, they meet their friends, they get a lot of people advise them on effective parenting. I suppose that's like one more favorite topic of India after cricket, cinema.
Absolutely.
That where you know how effective you are as a parent. So your friend will tell you what is she doing, and maybe you have a buy-in into that technique, looking at the friends, kids' performances in class or anything like that. And then you start using the same yardstick. And you suddenly show a very 360-degree change in your parenting style.
Yes.
As a parenting expert, do you suggest the same or you have another take on it?
See, we very deeply believe no child is ordinary. Now it's left up to the parents on how they nurture the child. So we have a very simple approach. Watch what your child enjoys.
Okay.
Watch how is it that you can support him for him to excel in that area.
Okay.
What are the habits you need to inculcate in him for him to succeed over there?
Okay.
If you can do this very simply, for example, if my daughter excels in dance, let's say Kathak,
Okay.
she is very fond of Kathak. Even if it is a board exam, she will go for a Kathak practice.
Okay.
Tuesday is a board exam, Sunday she will go for a Kathak practice. Now I can also sell bas ho gaya dance, 3 mahina mat karo, board mein dhyan do. That is one approach. The other approach can be for you to balance Kathak and your studies. Tell me what support do you need from Papa.
Okay. Okay.
I also understand for her to excel as a Kathak dancer, maybe she will become an extraordinary Kathak teacher tomorrow.
Okay.
Dance is a skill, but I need some attitudes to be surrounded so that the skill can actually become performance. So, can she gather a team? Somebody who sings well, somebody who plays the tabla very well, so that the live performance go brilliantly well. Can she teach well? Because to learn, I need to be attentive. To teach, I need to be very encouraging.
Okay.
So I will do my part to develop these qualities around her so that tomorrow, even if she does not want to pursue the path of studies, as a Kathak teacher, she will live a great life.
Okay. Okay.
That role we have to play. My elder son is great in logic. So he's meant for science and technology. Now he scores 95, 96, 97%.
Okay.
If I take that expectation and put it on to her, it's not going to work. Can I give you a vague example, but a brilliant example?
Tell me.
Have you ever gone to the zoo?
Yes.
Did you enjoy the monkeys there? Which animal did you enjoy?
Looking at giraffe.
Giraffe.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy the peacock,
Yeah.
lion?
Okay.
Besides giraffe, any other animal you enjoyed?
Say a crocodile.
Crocodile. Now look at this. If she expects the crocodile to be as tall as the giraffe, or if she wants the giraffe to glide into water the way a crocodile can, will she enjoy the giraffe or the crocodile?
No.
can do that with animals. When we can do with Italian food, South Indian food, when we can do that with Indian kurta pajama dress, then Western pant and shirt dress, we know what to expect from each and we understand what is beautiful about each and we are able to enjoy each. We have to do the same with people. We have to do the same with our children. Then we will not impose one child onto another child. We will enjoy what is there beautiful and I'm going to play my role as a parent to develop them in that aspect.
But Naren, my next question is very much connected to what you are saying. As a parent, we all have our self-doubts.
Yes.
You know, like I have self-doubts on my parenting.
Yeah.
Along with these doubts in this situation, how do I make sure that I'm parenting well?
So there are two ways to look at it. One is to look at yourself and decide, am I a good enough person to parent? The other is to look at the child and understand what they need and can you give them what they need.
Okay.
For example, I have studied till 12th standard.
Okay.
I have never been to college as a student.
Okay.
My education is till 12th.
You are giving me an example?
Yeah, right. Real example. True example.
About
Honest
you?
example. Yeah, about me.
What are you saying, Naren?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I have gone to IIMs to give lectures. We have gone to some good colleges as invited guests. But I have studied till 12th standard.
My God, that's amazing.
Now my son does his engineering and he wants to do his MS. Now if I look at him thinking about my background, I will lose a little more hair because I will keep scratching. कि मैंने तो पढ़ा नहीं, how do I expect him to study well? मैंने तो पढ़ा नहीं, how do I expect him to study further?
True.
I look at it from my eyes, I will feel very inadequate to guide him more. Or I look at him and realize what kind of guidance he needs. So he completes his BE, IT, and then he says, Papa, should I study further MS right now or should I take a break and do a job for 2 years? Now I'm looking at what does he want. For him to excel in his field, what is required? Say, beta, you have studied non-stop for 18 years now. Take a break for 2 years. Work somewhere. Understand how much of you have studied, can you translate into action? And what is the area of interest that you have? And devote yourself there. Then after a 2-year break, go and do your MS. Alternatively, what I will do is, I will call Neha and ask, do you know anybody who's done BE, IT, done really well and who knows how to handle this situation? I will bring my son to Neha and her friends for guidance. Now if I look into it from my perspective, my life, my abilities, my qualification, I will feel inadequate.
Okay.
If I look at it from his needs, I will find 10 paths, not just one.
So you have to change the perspective.
Focus is on the child.
Yeah, rather than self-doubting your own parenting or own background.
You self-doubt your skills for things that you want to do in life, which I understand.
Okay.
But parenting, if you can find what your child needs, support him and guide him, you will excel as a parent.
And next question, Naren, what I'm coming on now is, I suppose, every mother's concern. Thank you, Lara, for asking it. Lara Dean is asking how to control the amount of time teenagers are spending online. If you don't give them laptop, they use phone, and if you don't give them anything, they use temper. So what to do, Naren?
Okay. Fortunately, we did a live telecast for about 30 minutes about a month ago on how to handle the digital distraction in the life of children.
The screen addiction.
Screen addiction. So if you go to WowParenting YouTube videos, you will find a beautiful webinar. And if you want, I can share the link in our page at Momo and Union.
Oh, please do that.
We can do that.
In fact, I would suggest, on this note, I would suggest you all to search for WowParenting app. It's a free app to download. Download it. Try to check the contents. I've personally seen there are some amazing videos which are very, open source and free to use. Mothers, you'll find age-appropriate videos also, so you can just pick and choose what, and topic-wise.
Absolutely.
And some of them are subscribed, which you can definitely subscribe. And I will come to the subscription question in the end, Naren, because I have something there. But you were telling us about some tips and techniques here on how to have screen addiction controlled?
So what has worked in all places is how can we set certain personal standards and personal examples when we are at home.
Okay.
Speeches, they're not effective. It's pure science. 60% of what we learn through the eyes.
Okay.
And about 15% of what we learn through the ears.
Okay.
So imagine I'm busy with my phone and I'm telling my child, why are you so much on your screen? 60% impact is how I am behaving with the screen, and 15% is of what I am saying. This, the example that they see, will always be much more powerful than what I say.
But Naren, at times parents have the task, the job only on laptop. So dads have a lot of work on laptop. Mothers would have their mobile because they're working moms.
Yeah.
So what is the solution there? Because today the stress is so much, they have to bring in work to their home. Nobody wants to do it, but if it's there.
Okay. So let me give you an answer which some of you may not like, but I completely believe in it.
Okay.
Have you read a poetry called The Hole in the Bucket?
No.
No. It's an extraordinary poetry, and I very strongly propose everybody to read that poetry. If you want, again, I will find it and I will share it with us on our pages.
Please do that.
The essence of that poetry is what? The essence is how much is the world going to miss me? That's the theme of the poetry.
Okay.
And the poet says, bring a bucket, fill it with water, put your fist inside the bucket, take the hand out. What is the size of the hole now? In the water, what is the size of the hole?
No hole, huh?
No hole.
Yeah.
That much the world is going to miss us.
Okay. Oh my God.
That much the world is going to miss us. Our children, will they miss us?
Yeah.
They will miss us.
They will, yeah.
So now when it comes to the world needs me and my children need me. Now this world is not going to miss me and my children are going to miss me. So what should be my obvious choice?
Wow. Amazing.
It's as simple as that. I had a friend of mine whose name is Nasir. Exceptionally successful villain. Only in acting, not as a person.
Okay.
Very successful villain down south. In Tamil Nadu.
Okay.
Once I was discussing with him, and he is my guide, mentor, guru in this aspect of parenting.
Okay.
I asked him one day, you are almost all the time talking about your family. You go to shoot telling your producer I can come at 2 o'clock. Sometimes you leave at 3 o'clock if you have come in the morning. And when I ask you where are you going, it's always about I'm going to attend my son's program, I'm going to attend my daughter's program, today my wife is going to be there. And in intense competition, from where do you get the heart and the courage to say no to all the offers? Don't you think you will offend the producer and they will throw you out of the movie?
Yeah.
Nasir just smiled, looked at me and said, Naren, I don't balance my work with my family. My family is my priority number one. I find out how much time who in my family needs. For example, next Friday, my son has his football match. And at that time, a producer also calls me to shoot. Whether that movie is hit or a failure, will it make an impact on my life? If I go to see my son's football match, will it make an impact on his life?
It will.
Has anybody in the world said, my parents are awesome because they gifted me a Mercedes Benz on my 18th birthday? Has any child said, great parenting is only possible when my parents earn a lot of money? So this thinking that I need to earn a lot of money so that I can have a great life is the reason why we make certain compromises.
Correct.
If I'm at home and if Neha calls me, and Neha is a dear friend, and she will say, Naren, I want to talk to you. I will tell her, I'm at home, me and my children are discussing about certain things. Is it okay if I call you tomorrow? the phone will be on silent and I won't even pick up the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Next morning when I am driving to office, I'll see which are the missed calls and then I'll call her back.
Mm-hmm.
My family is my priority number one. They are the first things that I put in place in my schedule.
Okay.
After that, whatever is the time, I increase my expertise to perform over there and I ultimately end up earning the money that I want.
Mm-hmm.
So family priority number one,
Mm-hmm.
everything else secondary. I can promise you, you will be fulfilled, you will excel as a parent and as a human being, and you will earn the money that you need.
Okay. So Naren, there are a lot of questions already for us, and I don't think so we'll be able to take all, but I'll try to take a last one. In the meantime, mothers, if you have more questions, you can keep posting in the comments there. Naren's team and Naren will make sure that all the questions are answered individually. I will take up a question by Dhanya Sunil. She is asking how to bring out the potential in our kids. So whatever potential they have, she wants to, I suppose, maximize it.
Okay. Now, to make the child a great performer,
Mm-hmm.
there are certain roles that the parent has to play.
Correct.
Now, if you download the app of WowParenting,
Mm-hmm.
there is a vertical there called Perfect Parenting,
Mm-hmm.
where we talk about the qualities that a parent needs for them to excel as a parent.
Mm-hmm.
My suggestion is,
Mm-hmm.
please download the WowParenting app
Mm-hmm.
and go through that for you to know what is required. See, it's as simple as if I have to make sambar,
Mm-hmm.
I have to know what are the ingredients required to make a sambar.
True.
Similarly, if I have to excel as a parent,
Mm-hmm.
what are the qualities I need to excel as a parent?
Mm-hmm.
Now that I have to learn.
Okay.
Second, in the WowParenting app again,
Mm-hmm.
we have something called unsaid requests of a child.
Okay.
As human beings, we are very poor communicators.
Okay.
Like you said,
Mm.
you ask at home, kya khana banao?
Mm.
And they would say, kuch bhi.
Mm.
Now they definitely,
Kuch acha.
kuch acha. So they definitely don't want kuch acha. Because when you say, acha theek hai, main amritsari chole banati hu.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
But that is acha.
Acha. But for them it might not be acha.
So human beings are not extraordinary communicators.
Correct.
Therefore, children don't know how to communicate exactly what they need for them to live up to their potentials. So in this vertical, we have a series of things which the children need. If you watch these two verticals, you will get the answers to this question.
Okay. So lovely, Naren. A lot of questions being answered and a lot of doubts being cleared. I suppose on a personal level also I've got a lot of answers for me. And I'm sure mothers, you also loved this live with Naren. In fact, the best part is that we keep bringing Naren to lot many times to all of us through our Wow Wednesdays Parenting Masterclass. And if you want to see more of Naren and his videos, as I've told you, go and check out Wow Parenting app. There Naren has personally posted a lot of videos and a lot of techniques which are subjective to your individual's issues and choices. And on that note, I suppose we should say a bye-bye to all of them, Naren.
Okay.
And any parting words from you to all our mummies who are watching you right now.
See, I believe mothers are doing an extraordinary job.
Yeah.
I believe today parenting is more complicated than ever in the history of humanity. I really believe so.
Mm-hmm.
But when my wife would get ready and she knows she's looking very beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
even then she would look at me and ask, am I looking good?
Mm-hmm.
And when I say yes, she knew she's looking beautiful, but it becomes a conviction.
Okay.
Similarly, today, sometimes by default, sometimes by intention, sometimes by experience, we know what we are doing
Mm-hmm.
is on the right track. Wow Parenting will help you to get validated that what you are doing is absolutely right, or you need that little fine tuning.
Mm-hmm.
Like today we discussed about Mamu mein dam hai.
Mm-hmm.
We discussed about FTR, FTR. Now, this does not require some big skills or big training for months and years.
Mm-hmm.
It's a small shift.
Okay.
Like this, we have hundreds of small shifts which can make your mission of parenting your child come alive brilliantly well. And if you are a person who likes to learn and who can see, let's say, a long video,
Mm-hmm.
7th of October,
Mm-hmm.
we are having a live streaming of a 2-hour session that I am holding in Pune.
Okay, wow.
So if they come to the Wow Parenting page on the website, or if they download the app, they will get the notification of that program. There again, I am going to talk about some critical skills which parents need to help their children to excel in life. With the effort you put, I think you deserve all the success and all the help. So I would love to guide you, help you, mentor you, coach you. Please give me that opportunity.
Okay, that's lovely. 7th of October it is.
7th of October.
So 7th of October, do check out Wow Parenting page. 2-hour session with Narendra. You can understand how valuable it will be. So on that on that note, thank you so much for always taking our time and helping our mothers become effective and impactful, loving parents. Thank you. It was a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you so much. I always enjoy coming to Unimo, Momo, and doing this program. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye to everyone. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for giving us your love always. Keep tuned in for another effective live with Naren very soon.
Thank you. All the best.